Okay, now we are going to make our second part. Our second part of our shelf is our back. We're going to start it the same way we did our top, except it's going to be slightly different measurement. We're going to start with a rectangle, and the rectangle is 10 inches. So 10 inch mark, comma, 3.5 inch mark, enter. So it's basically 10 inches by 3.5 inches. We're going to zoom extents tool. Then we're going to push pull it to 3/4 of an inch. All of our material is 3/4 of an inch. Zoom extents tool one more time. Now we're also going to go to the top view, standard view top. We're going to go parallel projection. Remember, it's a 3-dimensional view, and we need to make this nice and straight and square so we get things lined up. Now, at this point, we need to put a line across the center here. It's going to be a visual center. It's not going to be physically in the middle. Visual center is just below center. So our line is going to be 2 inches from the top. So we're going to bring a line down and type in 2, and there's our spot. Notice some of your guideline might disappear here. If you just use your wheelie ball and your mouse, it'll refresh and it'll come back and it'll be fine. We need to put 3 pegs in here evenly spaced, so they are 2.5 inches apart. So we're going to take the ruler and bring it over to 2.5 inches. So move it over and type 2.5. That's 2.5 inches there. I like to take everything from one designated spot. The next one is 5 inches. And the last one is 7.5 inches. Right, so those are the 3 locations. Again, 2.5 inches apart from each other. Now, we're able to pick up our circle tool, because our circle tool is what we're going to use to make our peg holes. I intentionally made that one too big because we can resize it immediately. So as soon as I make a circle, I can type in the radius. Notice how in the lower right-hand corner it says radius. We're going to use a radius of 1/8 of an inch. So 1/8 inches, enter. Now that's 1/8 of an inch. Now you most certainly can do another one here and another one here. However, we can pick up this here and hold the control key down and make another one right here. And then we can do the same thing here. Okay. Making them individually might be a little bit better in order for you to get it exactly in the center. Now we have these 3 ready. What we're going to do at this point is we're going to go to camera standard view ISO again. And at this point, we can push pull these down. We can push pull these down to 1/2 of an inch. So I'm picking up the push pull tool and I'm bringing it down and I'm typing 0.5, enter, 0.5, enter, 0.5, enter. So these are all 1/2 inch. Can't really see them very well. So just temporarily, you can look through this block by kind of giving it an X-ray view. So if you go to view, face style, X-ray, you can actually see how far these gone through. You can orbit it and inspect that each one of the holes are even. They're exactly what we want. Now we can go back to the camera, face style, uncheck the X-ray, and it's normal again. Anytime we can get rid of guidelines, we will. We're going to delete these guidelines. Now, in the other video I mentioned, this is the top, this is the front, this is the right side. We're going to go to the right side view. Camera, standard view, right. What we need to do is we need to make, on this side, we need to make a round over. Just like we did a round over on our top, we're going to do a round over here on the front of our back of our shelf. It's going to be a 1/4 inch roundover, and it's just review from the last video. Bring this over to 0.25, and I happen to just magically do that. Seems like I guessed pretty good. This one will snap to 1/4 of an inch, or 0.25. Now we're going to pick up, you guessed it, the 2-point arc tool. We're going to click, click, tangent, click. Now we can go back to camera, standard view, ISO, zoom extents tool. We can see this little corner here. We can do the push-pull because we don't have any curves, or we can do the follow me. It doesn't really matter which one you do. The end result will be exactly the same. Make sure that you don't round the corner. This is just strictly on the bottom edge of this part. We can go up to Edit, Delete Guides, and the guides go away. Now we're going to save this. Make sure it's in the shelf folder right next to your last part. And this one is going to be back.